Have you been briefed on the contents or the results of that consultation?
Are you referring to the consultation on the ULEZ expansion, or the consultation on the MTS
The content on the
revision?
ULEZ expansion.
No, I haven't been briefed on the contents of that. The report will be submitted to the Mayor later, but I haven't seen it.
So as Deputy Mayor, you've not seen those results, and you haven't asked anybody about those results?
I've not seen the report, no. As far as I'm aware, it's not ready.
Deputy Mayor, during the ULEZ consultation, I understand you were having sort of regular briefings and updates throughout that. I think they were weekly, is that right?
I honestly can't recall off the top of my head how frequently we have meetings on ULEZ, but regularly, clearly.
With the team running the consultation and what was, how things looked so far, that sort of
thing. So, yeah, I believe this might be relating to questions that you've asked me before about what was seen and when, and clearly I've answered those questions before, and you've chosen to interpret them in your own way, and that's fine, you have that right, but...
I think you might be confusing me with Assembly Member Fortune. Who I believe asked you those questions.
I mean, as far as I'm concerned, I've answered those questions before this committee in the past.
On which date did you answer those questions before this committee?
The last time I appeared before the Transport Committee, I believe.
He's not on this committee.
Okay, Assembly Member Fortune doesn't sit on this committee. I don't know that he's been. I mean, I think you're possibly thinking of the plenary, perhaps. So, because my understanding is that you were having. And I say my understanding, what I mean is my knowledge based on freedom of information requests that we've seen, is that throughout the summer during the ULEZ consultation, you, Shirley Rodriguez, another deputy mayor, plus a whole lot of people from the mayor's team, including his chief of staff and various other senior people, plus senior people at TfL running the consultation, were having weekly updates. We've seen those updates. They had, the results so far, what the consultation responses have been on various questions. The consultation closed on the 29th of July, and then you had a final such briefing. I've seen all of those briefings, and they were quite similar, just updated each time with new numbers as the consultation went on. So it closed on the 29th of July, and then in early September you received a sort of final set of numbers. And then that was ahead of a meeting which I think was on the 28th of September, which also included the Commissioner and the Mayor and many other senior people. So at that meeting you were given what the results were so far on the ULEZ consultation, weren't you?
I honestly can't recall the number of meetings or the dates of the meetings that
were there
had.
Any meetings in which you were given results so far? Or
so I've been asked in the past, was I briefed on the results of the consultation? And at the time that I gave the answer, I had not seen the results of the consultation. I was not asked, did we have regular meetings on how the consultation was going, which yes, we did. But I mean, you wouldn't have had a full range of responses at any of those updates. I'm aware, obviously, that there is a JR at the moment on the wider question, and so I can't give any further answer than the answer I've already given. But to be perfectly clear, everything that has been asked so far has already been answered by me in previous sessions.
Well, perhaps. So on the 17th of November, I have the transcript here because I know sometimes memories can fail. So obviously these meetings are recorded and transcribed. So Peter Fortune asked you the question, just going back to the consultation that we are talking about, have you been briefed on the contents or the results of that consultation? And then you replied to clarify, are you referring to the consultation on the ULEZ expansion? Assemblymember Fortune, yes. And then you replied, no, I have not been briefed on the contents of that. That was on the 17th of November. But by that point, you had, by my count, close to 10 briefings on the consultation results as they were coming in.
Let me be very clear. I had not seen the results of the consultation at the point at which I was asked. So the answer I gave was correct.
I don't believe that's true, Deputy Mayor, because the briefing that you received in
whether
September,
you believe it or not,
the briefing that you received in September contained the final public responses.
No, it didn't. I had not seen the final report that went to the Mayor, which was the basis on which he made the decision, and that is the question that I thought I was asked by Assemblymember Fortune, and it's the answer that I gave.
The question, no one mentioned, Assemblymember Fortune did not mention report. You chose to interpret his question, which was, have you been briefed on the contents or the results of the consultation? You chose to interpret his question as being about a report, I believe, in order to conceal the fact that you had been briefed. So my question really is, why was it important for you in November to conceal the fact that you had lots of information about the results that had come in?
I didn't conceal anything. I would happily listed the number of meetings or whatever I'd had on ULEZ. I don't think it's unreasonable to assume that results means the results of the consultation, which I had not seen at the time.
The results of the consultation are the responses that people sent. So I think that the concern it leaves me with is, can I really believe anything that you're really answering in response to our questions, or are you just choosing to respond to an entirely different question which suits your own purposes? Does slightly undermine the purpose of the...
Again, results are results, and I had not seen the results. So you can believe what you want and say what you want about the answers I give. I can't help you in your interpretation of my responses.
Okay. So a document that has the word results on the front page and contains tables and bar charts and spreadsheets and so forth with the results of the answers to the questions that the Londoners have given in the consultation, your answer is that does not constitute results.
No, because the consultation was ongoing. So how could it possibly be the results if the consultation is ongoing?
No, it wasn't ongoing. It ended on the 29th of July, and that document was sent to you, I'm talking about now, in the first week of September, in relation to a meeting in the last week of September. So it wasn't ongoing, was it?
Well, I mean, in terms of the results as I interpret them are what are the end results and the report on the consultation. That's the only important thing to consider. That's the thing that the Mayor considered when he made his decision, and at the point that I was before the Assembly, I had not seen that.
So what further results came in after the 17th of November?
I'm sorry, I don't. There were no further results after the 17th of November, as far as I'm concerned.
Yes, precisely. That's why there were no further. So your
again, I hadn't seen it. So
you'd seen it.
That was what I was asked.
On the 28th of September, you went to a meeting.
Assembly member, can I just? I know. Sorry, I know this is how you like to work. You didn't ask for any time to be dedicated to these questions, and you didn't warn us they were coming. So can I ask you just now to give us an estimate of how much longer you would like in the time, so I can try and trim the rest of the agenda?
You have actually interrupted precisely at the point that I was finished.
Oh, it was really hard to tell. I was trying to sort of wait for a sign.
What I would point out is it's a 3-hour meeting.
It's fine. It's absolutely fine for you to have 5 minutes. You've had 5 minutes. That's, okay. I mean, that's fine.
Out
that's
of a 3-hour meeting, is that okay?
I just wondered if there was another 10 minutes coming.